Imagine this for a second. You're cruising down the highway, the road opens up in front of you, and you're sitting behind the wheel of something that feels familiar, but tougher, sharper, and way more confident. That's the vibe the 2026 Ford F-150 Lobo is bringing. And honestly, this truck is shaping up to be one of the most exciting F-150 variations we've seen in a long time. Now, if you've been following Ford for years, the name Lobo already means something to you. It's a badge that's always hinted at attitude, street presence, and muscle truck energy. And for 2026, Ford seems ready to bring that spirit back in a big way, while still keeping everything people love about the F-150. Let's start with the way this truck looks, because that's probably the first thing that's going to grab your attention. The 2026 F-150 Lobo isn't trying to be flashy for no reason, but it definitely has presence. Think darker accents, a more aggressive front end, and a stance that just looks planted. The grille design is expected to be bolder and more assertive, with blacked-out elements that give it that street meets off-road personality. It's the kind of truck that looks just as good parked outside a gym or restaurant as it does kicking up dust on a trail. The body lines feel more muscular than before, but still clean. Nothing overdone. Ford knows the F-150 crowd. People want something strong and confident, not something that looks like it's trying too hard. The Lobo seems to hit that sweet spot. Expect unique wheels, darker trims, and subtle details that let people know this isn't just a regular F-150 rolling by. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, because this is where things get really interesting. For 2026, Ford is clearly leaning into smarter power, not just bigger numbers. The F-150 Lobo is expected to feature a hybrid setup, building on Ford's experience with the Power Boost system. That means strong acceleration, solid towing capability, and better fuel efficiency than you'd expect from a full-size truck with this much attitude. What's cool here is that the hybrid system isn't about turning the F-150 into something soft or boring. It's about giving you instant torque when you hit the gas, smoother power delivery, and better everyday usability. Whether you're merging onto the highway, hauling gear, or just enjoying an empty road late at night, the truck feels responsive and confident. Compared to older F-150 models, especially the purely gas-powered ones, this new setup feels more refined and more modern, without losing that classic truck toughness. And yes, the Lobo still keeps that performance edge. It's not trying to replace the Raptor, that's a different beast, but it offers a balance of street performance and off-road readiness that a lot of drivers actually want. You get power you can use every day, not just on extreme trails. Speaking of off-road, the 2026 F-150 Lobo isn't just about looks. Ford knows that if you're buying a truck like this, you want it to handle more than just city streets. Expect upgraded suspension tuning, improved traction systems, and drive modes that help you handle dirt, sand, and uneven terrain with confidence. It's not meant to be wild and extreme like a dedicated off-road monster, but it's more than capable when the pavement ends. What really stands out is how balanced it feels compared to past models. Older F-150 trims sometimes leaned too heavily in one direction, either comfort or capability. The Lobo feels like it's designed for people who want both. You can enjoy a smooth ride during the week and still take it out for adventure on the weekend, without feeling like you're compromising. Now, step inside the cabin, because this is where the 2026 model really shows how far the F-150 has come. The interior updates are expected to feel more premium, more connected, and more driver-focused than ever. You're likely looking at a large central touchscreen that's clean and intuitive, paired with a digital gauge cluster that keeps everything clear and easy to read. The materials feel more refined, especially compared to older generations. Soft-touch surfaces, sportier accents, and Lobo-specific details give the cabin a personality of its own. It still feels like a truck, durable, practical, and ready for work. But now it also feels like a place you actually enjoy spending time in. Comfort is another big upgrade. The seats are designed for long drives, whether you're commuting daily or heading out on a road trip. There's plenty of space, smart storage options, and thoughtful touches that make life easier. Compared to older F-150 interiors, this one feels less like a work tool and more like a modern command center. Technology plays a big role too. Expect advanced driver assistance features, better connectivity, and seamless smartphone integration. Ford has been improving this area year after year, and the 2026 Lobo benefits from all of that progress. Everything feels smoother, quicker, and more intuitive than before. Now let's talk pricing, because that's always a big question. While exact numbers aren't locked in yet, the 2026 F-150 Lobo is expected to sit somewhere above the standard trims, but below the extreme performance models. That actually makes a lot of sense. You're getting unique styling, a hybrid powertrain, upgraded features, and a distinct personality, without paying top-tier performance truck money. Compared to past F-150 models, the Lobo offers more value in terms of technology and efficiency. Older trucks might have had raw power, but they didn't offer this level of balance. For buyers who want something different from the usual trims, the Lobo feels like a smart middle ground. And that's really what makes this truck special. When you compare it to previous F-150 generations, the evolution is obvious. The 2026 Lobo isn't just tougher or faster, it's smarter, more refined, and more in tune with what modern truck owners actually want. It respects the F-150 legacy while pushing it forward. At the end of the day, the 2026 Ford F-150 Lobo feels like a truck made for enthusiasts who want personality without sacrificing practicality. It's bold without being loud, capable without being extreme, and modern without losing its soul. Whether you're a longtime F-150 fan or someone looking to step into a full-size truck for the first time, this one is definitely worth keeping an eye on. If Ford delivers on what they're promising, the Lobo could easily become one of the most talked about F-150s of the decade. And honestly, it already feels like a future classic in the making.